I'm going to show you how learning with a coil is going to teach you more about tattooing than learning with a rotary. First of all, if I was to turn on this rotary machine, you might be able to hear it, but you can't see one single thing moving in this machine. Even though I can change the depth of my needle by twisting the grip, I can change the stroke or the throw of the machine by twisting this part of the machine, you still can't see any of that mechanism working. So it's going to be hard for a newcomer to understand exactly what's happening inside. On a coil machine, we can see every part of the mechanism working. So first of all, we have magnetic coils at the bottom. The magnetic coils being powered with our jack lead is what is going to pull this armature bar down. Our needle will be attached on the end of this bar, which is what pulls the needle down and help the needles penetrate the skin. What pulls the needles back up, as soon as the magnets make this bar come down, you can see that the spring at the top no longer is touching the contact screw. Once the connection between the spring and the contact screw is lost, then these magnets no longer work, which means that they let go of this bar. The bar releases back up, the spring touches the screw, and then the power circuit is live again, which activates the coils and pulls them back down again. This up and down mechanism is happening 15 to 30 times a second, depending on how you're running your machine. And this is what makes our needle go up and down. The difference in a rotary nowadays is the motor and the bar inside. It would have a motor spinning around, which makes the bar go up and down. When I was learning with these coil machines, because there's so many different parts of the machine involved, there's loads of different opportunities for us to change these parts of the machines so that we can change how they work and how they affect the quality of our work. So first of all, if you hear stroke or throw when it comes to your tattoo machine, it basically means that's the distance that your needle is going to move up and down. It is the gap between this front spring and the contact screw. Think of your stroke or your throw like pulling a punch. If you have a big pullback, it's going to allow you more power in your punch. If you only pull back a little bit, you're going to feel like you're fighting in your dreams and nothing's happening. So if we use a big stroke and we're having a big pullback on the punch, if we don't have enough voltage to power that punch, we're not going to be able to utilize that punch efficiently. And now, because of my rotary machine, because we can't see any of the mechanism inside, all we're seeing is some of the numbers changing on the machine as I twist it. Whereas here, we're actually seeing the mechanism change as we change the machine. If I wanted a bigger stroke, I could turn my contact screw and I can make a bigger gap. The reason I understand as much as what I do about the stroke, about a hard hitting machine versus a soft hitting machine, is all because I learned on machines like these. I learned on coil machines and I could see the mechanism working. And I learned a bunch of different tricks that we can do to change each different part of the machine to make it either harder hitting or a softer hitting machine. Now, as I started using different machines and I started to understand that they were built differently, they had different mechanisms, it really opened my mind to the possibilities of tattooing. When I learned, similar to most people, you might learn with one machine and we think that that's how tattooing works. As soon as you pick up another machine with a different stroke that runs differently, that's good for different styles, you're going to experience that whole tattoo process is slightly different and you have to adapt a little bit in order to suit the machine that you're using. If it's the type of machine where you can tune it and you can change how it's running, having the experience of working with different machines and feeling the causes and effects, it taught me how to change a machine to tune it the way that I want to. It's a big part of the reason that when newcomers ask me what machine to use, I recommend the Dragonhawk Fold Pro that I've got behind me. The Dragonhawk has the ability to change your different stroke lengths, and I can change my needle depth by twisting the grip. So being able to do this is going to give us a slightly different tattoo experience. A lot of rotary machines have a set stroke, so it's good for that one particular thing, and it doesn't have much of an ability to adapt the same way that this will. The reason I like that mechanism is because I can change a coil machine very similar to the way that I can change that rotary machine. I can change a few things and give a completely different stroke and a different sensation to this machine, which is why I like the Dragonhawk.